What's up, everybody? Right now, we're going to talk about a brand new and exciting pre-workout by Caliber Nutrition, and it is called Smoking Guns. So this is a pre-workout, so it will be designed to be taken prior to your workouts. I'll jump into the nutrition label, go over the ingredients and their purpose, and then talk about some of the highlights overall. This is one that I'm currently taking, and just to start it off with, I've taken many pre-workouts. You guys see me do the videos here week in, week out. And I can say without a doubt that from a whole comprehensive picture, that this is probably the most effective pre-workout that I've taken on every angle. My preference is something that is not crazy heavy in stims, more of, I guess you could say, the natural approach to it, while still having feeling, still having effect, and just being highly effective in the workout day in and day out. So let's just dive right into the nutrition label right now. You have the vitamin C, you have the vitamin B6, and you have the B12, and it gives you 21,000% of the recommended RDA percentage for B12. And the reason why it's good is that for people like us who are in the gym, we're busting our butts, we need more than what the RDA just recommends, and vitamin B12 is the best out of the Bs for energy, utilizing your natural energy production. You got choline, which I love because it's going to be, has a synergistic effect with a lot of the nootropics that are in here that I'll go over momentarily, and you have your calcium and your potassium. Jumping into the endurance pump complex, and I can tell you this definitely does work when it comes to the pump. As I said, this is what I'm currently taking. We got the L-citrulline malate. We know citrulline is a byproduct of arginine, yet it increases nitric oxide levels a lot more effectively than arginine itself. Beta-alanine. This is going to buffer that lactic acid buildup. So as you're working out, lactic acid accumulates. That's what allows you, or actually inhibits you, from being able to do more reps or a longer workout because you're getting fatigued. That fatigue is directly tied in to the lactic acid. When you have a buffering agent, it allows you to do more reps, last longer in the gym, and get more out of it. Now we have two forms of creatine: a creatine monohydrate and dicreatine malate. The dicreatine malate is supposed to help increase absorption of that creatine into the muscle cells, and the creatine monohydrate's got you covered on every angle. You check out my creatine video that I did on that one. The beetroot powder, great for the pump. It increases nitric oxide level from a very healthy organic standpoint, and it's just simply effective. You can feel a difference in this compared to pre-workouts that just have NO increasers from a arginine and citrulline standpoint. A beetroot powder also has an effect on energy levels on its own. So taurine, it decreases muscle cramps, and it also improves glucose control. So when you have a better control over your glucose ties in heavily with how great your pump is that day. The next, probably one of the best ones in here, is a coconut water complex powder, because it provides optimal hydration for your muscle cells with all the electrolytes and the natural coconut, I guess you could say, nutrients inside of it. It is better equipped to fuel and hydrate your body than water or other electrolytes alone. Rhodiola rosea root extract. This is something I take by itself on its own because it is great. It's an adaptogen. It helps your body fight off stressors. It helps control cortisol, which is going to increase your gains in the gym. It increases your mood, your focus, your energy. It's praised as some of the best nutrients or supplements out there that you could take on its own, and it's nice to see it into a pre-workout. Another great thing about the rhodiola is that it works synergistically with other stimulants, meaning that you won't get this crazy rise and a crazy crash. This kind of helps level it out, so as it's going up, it's going to stay and it's going to even out, and it's going to last a lot longer than, let's say, if you didn't have this in there. The next complex is our focus and energy complex. So we have L-phenylalanine. Now that is touted as a very powerful nootropic. Now what are nootropics? That is something that increases your cognitive abilities. And why are we interested in this case? Because we want to have that mind-muscle connection, that intense focus, and it also has some stimulating properties, and so it kind of energizes us from a different pathway than loading up with stims and caffeine. Working synergistically with this again as the gluconorlactone, which this kind of helps increase the bioavailability and the effectiveness of the other compounds within this pre-workout. Next up, we have the acetyl L-carnitine. So this is kind of a nootropic and a fat burner. So it is touted as a great nootropic. It increases acetylcholinogenic activity in the brain while simultaneously improving lipolysis. So that's a compound that a lot of people buy on its own is to take. Now where are some of the most of the energy is also coming from? So instead of being stim heavy with caffeine and other crazy stimulants, this one leverages green coffee bean extract. So it contains a chlorogenic acid, which increases thermogenesis and has a great effect on energy levels. And the good thing about green coffee extract is that it is something that gradually rises. So you take it a half hour before your workout. By the time you're in the gym, it's at full effect. But unlike a lot of pre-workouts, coming a half hour, 45 minutes to your workout, you're not going to have this crazy crash where you get done with one set and you realize you have nothing left in the tank. This is going to help keep you going for longer periods of time. Chocolate bean extract. So this is a great extract to have from a natural standpoint for energy levels. It's stimulating. It helps even out the stimulant-like effects. Again, increasing the effectiveness and longevity of what this pre-workout is designed to do. L-theanine. L-theanine is great to include with any type of stimulant because it increases alpha brainwave activity to the point where you are so focused but at the same time energized that it is 10 times better than taking a caffeine or even a green coffee bean extract without it. So L-theanine is awesome to see in here, and I know why they put that together. The velvet bean seed extract is an excellent source of L-dopa. And what L-dopa does in the body is it increases dopamine. When you have an increase in dopamine production, that's our motivation hormone. That's what drives us to do the things we want to do. So when you have an increased motivation, clarity, focus, your reward sensors in your brain are going off, they're firing right. It's gonna help you stay on track and cross off those daily to-do lists inside and outside of the gym. Inositol is another nootropic. It helps with clarity, focus, and it has a synergistic effect by increasing the effectiveness of everything else I just mentioned. Last but not least, we have phosphorine. So this is a twofold. It's a nootropic, again, leading to cognitive enhancement, mind-muscle connection, some stimulating effects, but it also helps lower cortisol, which is going to tie in nicely with the rhodiola because it has that adaptogen effect too. So all in all, from an energy standpoint, a focus standpoint, a pump and hydration standpoint, you really can't beat it. I honestly can't see myself switching away to other ones. At the moment, it's been about a month now. You don't build up a tolerance like you do with the ones that have crazy stims. It's something that you don't have to cycle on and off because there's nothing harmful in here. But what I love about it the most is just the effectiveness. Day in, day out, I get my workout and cardio, which I hate cardio. So for me to still have motivation at the end of my workouts to do cardio means that it's doing something. And this is something that's going to only get better with time. So your first day and your 10th day is going to exponentially get better with things like rhodiola in there. That does take some time to really reap the most out of it. Another thing that I love about this is the pump complex and why the pump complex works. So I already went over the ingredients, what causes the pump, but one thing that's great is that it's not overloaded with caffeine. Now, there's two things that's great about that. One, caffeine actually decreases the effectiveness of creatine. Two, caffeine is a vasoconstrictor, and the whole purpose of a pump is vasodilation. So you have all the vasodilation with none of the constriction, which is why the pump complex is so effective in smoking guns. All right, so I just opened up mine. I got a new one the other day. A little tip. First off, you'll notice when you do open it up, it's actually filled to the top. You're not going to open it up and see half of it missing. It comes with a scoop that's long enough to reach down to the bottom. I recommend when you're done with it, put it back in upright. Second thing about the scoop is that this one you do not want to level it off. A full scoop is actually a heaping scoop. So you're going to have a little mound over it. And that gives you the full dosing of one scoop. I'll throw this in right here. Again, upside up. And this is Bullet Punch. And I'm just using straws here. So I do recommend a full glass of water with this. And also stay up with your water intake during your workout too. This is probably one of the better pre-workouts, excuse me, that I have tried because it doesn't have that funky aftertaste. You don't feel like you're drinking chemicals. It is something that tastes good that I kind of wish I could drink more than a couple times a day. Another thing about drinking it is, since it has 18 grams in weight of content, I recommend stirring it up, shaking it up, slamming it back. Now, if you're not a slammer, you're a sipper, just make sure you're shaking or stirring while you're enjoying the beverage. So you can find Smoking Guns by Caliber Nutrition on SameDaySupplements.com, retailing for $44.99, giving you 30 servings, coming in Bullet Punch. And it's, again, the flavor is just amazing. If you like this video, please like our video, subscribe to our channel. Any questions or comments below about this or any other topic, leave it below. We'll address them. And as always, thank you for watching.